What's up?
Hi, y'all. I was like,
Hi.
Stephen, I have a new shirt review coming out.
Yeah, I presented him with his
I
lovely
missed
shirt.
the presentation. I wish I'd have been there for that.
Yeah, and he went, and then he left, and me and Nick still standing there talking. I'm like, where the hell did he go? Here he comes. He went and put it on. He was a
I noticed
true champ.
he was wearing it at the Vidine, the Dreamy Awards. He had it on over there. I was dying.
Awesome.
Like, hell yeah.
So if y'all don't know, Stephen had made a comment in Smash Masters with Vidine.
Gaylord Ford.
Gaylord Palm Resort. So I made him a shirt.
What up, Yosti?
And the front was, instead of Smash Masters, it was Master Smasher. And then the back was just a whole, just a funny thing. So
yeah, you have to ask him. Maybe he'll wear it on Smash Masters.
Yeah, he'll probably wear it and show it. And it was a great sport. Nick knew about it. I had to let Nick know. And I was like, don't say a word. He's like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, I thought Stephen knew because he was like, I'm surprised there ain't a shirt out. And I'm like, somebody done told this fool.
I know. Nobody did. Nobody did. But it was great. So yeah, we're back from MTE. As you can tell, my voice is still, not even back yet.
I went to bed early Saturday night, so I feel great.
but it ain't even about that. Like, it just, at least 3 full days of you feel like you got to talk over everybody.
You know
what I mean? Just to be heard, and it's nonstop. And I heard there's mine. I think is like, I've got drainage, but it's mainly just my throat trying to recover.
Right?
Like, I don't feel sick in any way. It's just, that's all it is. Mm-hmm. And like Saturday morning, I woke up, I had zero voice. It finally came back a little bit. Sunday morning was, barely there, and just, it's struggling to come back, man. The older I get, the more it struggles.
Yeah. We had an early flight Sunday morning. So, dude, that's Orlando Airport. Everybody knows that place is a madhouse. We freaking made it there in record time with no traffic. Walked right through TSA. No check-in bags with no traffic. Right through TSA. I was like, I don't know what's going on. It was so weird. That's the first time ever. I had zero.
Several of y'all were talking about how fast it was.
Yeah.
The infamous MTE. A lot of people have it. Yeah. So, but there was probably over 6,000 people there this year. It was 5,000 last year, 6,000 plus this year.
If y'all quit kissing on each other, y'all wouldn't have that problem.
Mm-hmm. But we got to talk about the DBAP 80s party. Friday night was the bomb.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get to go to it, I'm sorry. 80s cover band rocked.
Hands down, best MTE party ever by far.
Ever. Yeah. Until next year.
Till next year. You got to amp it up.
Go ahead and telling you, next year we're going up a decade to 90s.
Yep.
So you got a year to plan to get your swag, everything you want to dress up for 90s.
I've already got my costume.
We're trying to get it where we can do a later start time, say 6:30, because there's so many vendors in that can't get out there by 5 o'clock. So by the time they can't go to the room and change so we're trying to push it back, some like 6:30 to 9 or whatever, next year. Hopefully, we got a lot.
Got a Jinkos, man.
Yeah,
I might have to get some Jinkos too, because I ain't got to wear Jinkos in a long time. Like, I would be down to rock some Jinkos.
I bet our guest has worn Jinkos. So.
I feel like he has. Maybe I don't know how young he is. Maybe it was before his time.
Well, we'll find out here in a minute. Yeah. But before we get into that, we are still promoting our buddies, Matt and James and everybody over at Dent Slayer. If you didn't get by their booth,
man was crushing it the whole show.
Crushing it. And the new products that they have coming out. Of course, they've got the AR-10, which is like AR-9, but longer throws, got weights on it. You can get a couple more tips if you want to. Cool case. Then you got the Hive. And he's been working on this a little while. And the Hive, you can, add to it all these different,
like a modular system.
It's a modular system to create leverage and stuff like that, and points that you're not normally going to have it, but it's not just to bolt inside of a frame or anything like that. I mean, there's so much that can be done with it, and they killed it. You can even get AR-15 30-round magazines.
Yeah, support your local Dent Slayer.
Yes,
it's hilarious.
So definitely check them out. We got a quick video real quick, and then we'll get to our guest. Yep. Check them out. DentSlayer.com.
Chris is cracking up. He says he's hiding in the truck, hiding from the bosses to watch. That's awesome.
Yep. He's probably he'll probably find a bathroom to hide in, stall or something.
Quick shout out to like Chris and Thomas Stark, newer guys, the PDR, putting it all online and doing the Dent Olympics. Like I personally won't do the Dent Olympics. I I fix that dent not in 45 minutes or whatever, but I can fix it. But I don't want to. But you guys, like, yeah, you put yourself out online. You know, you're going to be a bunch of guys watching you, people watching you and stuff. And I give you props for that, man. That's awesome.
Definitely. So keep your heads up and keep moving forward next year. Do it again. Uh-oh, he left.
What are we doing, Jesse? He's killing it.
He did something. He's gone. He'll come back.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep talking. But yeah, MT was a blast. Absolutely love it. Of course, there's so many people that you're so busy you don't get to see, you don't get to talk to. You know, it's a crazy time.
I put something out there. All right.
Yeah. No, it was we had a lot of great competitions. Jean won the Dent Olympic, and then Diego and Miroslav won the tag team. All phenomenal jobs. Yeah, great jobs. So anyway,
and
let's
move on. A lot of great innovative tools at MTE. That'll segue into who we got on the show tonight, because this booth was bumping the whole time too. So yeah, let's get him on.
Yep. So here we go. What's up, Jesse?
How's it going?
Oh, we're good, man. How you been?
Jinkos, huh? I never had a pair.
I didn't either.
I did. They're the most comfortable pants in the world. Like, they never touched your legs.
Yeah.
I was too tall to wear them. I didn't look like
the Anchor Blue Beyond Baggies. You remember those? Anchor Blues? We had those. Get those at Mervin's or what was the other one? It was another store we would get them at. But out here, at least.
Yeah. Right. Might have been a Cali thing.
Oh, for sure.
All the skater wear and stuff.
Yep.
So, you can wear Doc Martens. So y'all can wear Doc Martens and your Jinkos and
I had Jinkos and Airwalks.
I had some Airwalks, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No Jinkos though.
Yes, overalls.
But the pockets were like a foot.
I fit my like math book in a pocket and a science book in the other. I didn't need no backpack. I got Jinkos.
The PDR guy could
put all their tools in there.
Put all your tools. You can put like a freaking mini light in there.
I put my Black Widow light stand in my pocket. Then
almost, yeah.
So yeah, well, let's get started and we'll get a background of how you got started into the PDR world.
Yeah,
just kind of give us your background into what you did before to where you are now.
Well, probably 23 to 25 years ago, I met Todd. So I've known Todd a long time. And I remember he had a shop up in the high desert in Victorville. And I remember I was working for another company back then. And we would sometimes work up there. So we'd stop off at his shop and just see what he was doing. And it was always cool to me that was when he was using the old line board and everything. And I was, it was pretty interesting, but I was already working and everything. And then I don't know how many years ago, maybe 7 years ago, maybe longer. He was like, hey, we were golfing and he's like, hey, would you want to learn like how to do some dent repair? And I was like, yeah, man. So he had a shop at his house where we were building all this stuff for Carbon Tech out of like hood stands, hail rods, and there wasn't very much stuff. I mean, we didn't have the inventory we have now, but you know, I was just building hood stands and then just popped a hood on an old hood stand and started training and started working. And yeah, and then we got the shop here in Redlands, which is, we're about an hour in between LA and Palm Springs, right off the 10.
Okay.
So yeah, just opened up the shop, and it's been going good ever since, you know.
What'd you do before?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
I worked in a cold storage warehouse. I worked in a freezer. It was negative 20 in there. And the cool thing about that is we live in a, you know, Southern California. It gets real hot in the summertime. So the cool thing about that is you knew what the weather was going to be like every day inside the warehouse. So yeah, it just was a drive for me. It was probably, I was driving 135 miles round trip, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, you know, and it just, I had a V8 Camaro, so the gas wasn't cheap, you know. So
Clemson,
and
that's
then
North Dakota.
yeah, and then we were golfing one day, and so I said, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I'll take a leap, you know.
Yeah,
I
would have
dude.
too.
So yeah. Here I am.
How to get away from that freezer as fast as possible. You mean I ain't got to be in a freezer no more? I'm down. Let's go.
Well, it was nice because, you know, in the summertime, it was nice to be in there.
Yeah.
And then in the wintertime, you know, it's so cold in there. When you get out of there, you're like, oh man, this is nice. You know, maybe the winter ain't so bad.
Right. You're putting shorts on and stuff.
During the summer though, when you walk out of that thing to the heat outside, it almost feels like
amazing.
But to me, like, it feels like it burns. Like you walk in a beer cooler or something in a gas station, you stay in there a while, and then you walk out.
Do you have a lot of cramping and stuff like that? Like, we got a McDonald's place down here that does cold storage, and had a buddy work there, and they had to give him like bananas all the time and stuff because they.
You're right by Murfreesboro, right, Andy?
I'm about an hour away from there.
Yeah, there's a Americold there, a big old cold storage warehouse in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if you cramped up too in there. Like, so they gave them bananas and stuff because they would cramp so bad.
No, never cramped in there. But when you're working in there a long time, your fingers and your toes start to feel like someone's holding a flame to them, like a blowtorch to them, because they just feel like they're going to explode. But the cool thing is when you're working in there a long time, and then you come out to do your to take a lunch or whatever, and you thaw out a little bit, when you go back in the freezer, nothing hurts anymore the rest of the day. Like, you can go in there, no gloves, whatever, and it's fine. It just Yeah,
so basically you get gangrene. That
way, frostbite.
Yeah, frostbite and
gangrene.
Your fingers and toes are black, and I can't feel anything.
Yeah. So now I have a 2-mile drive to work. Don't even have to get on the freeway.
That's awesome.
That's like,
can't beat that.
Mine's like 4 miles. Andy's not far from his either. So
I don't know what the mileage is. Like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
We count minutes around here, not miles.
yeah. 6 minutes, about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good
Depends
feeling.
on the lights. I probably hit like 5 or 6 lights. So.
And however many slow asses are in the left-hand lane.
Oh yeah,
that's how it is for me every morning.
Yeah, yeah. It's bobbing and weaving in between them.
When squirrel, sorry.
What's up, Barry? What's up, Amanda? James, Reedy, Cliff, Robin, Jeff, man.
Yeah, I thought I saw Ray in here.
Yeah, Ray's out there. He commented first on
a while ago. Speaking of Barry, Jonathan, JVF Tools, that glue gun that they have coming out, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Jesse? The glue gun?
Jesse probably didn't see much, man.
Well, I mean, not necessarily there, but have you seen it online yet?
Is it that big gray one?
Yes.
The one I saw Bryce Kelly using it, and it looks like, honestly, it looks like something from Alien versus Predator or something. Like it looks like the alien kind of head, but it looks pretty good. And the good thing is, like, when I'm using like lateral tension and stuff, a lot of times we'll have to put glue.
Oh yeah.
Put glue, and then heat it up so it'll stick. It looks like that glue gun puts a lot out, you can just put it right on the panel without having to.
You can cut your glue sticks in half, whatever glue you want, put it in the canister. The whole canister melts all the glue.
Oh, no way.
It's like a glue pot or whatever in a gun.
Or
what a great idea.
Or they'll be able to sell glue pellets in a 3-5 gallon bucket for fairly.
Oh, no way.
And you scoop it out and fill it up in there. But then it's just
Van Fontaine made that?
Yep.
Yeah. So Chris, the idea of it, like JBF tabs are this big for the lateral tension. You usually got to run 2 to 3 guns to get enough glue on there hot.
Yeah, just on one tab.
Yeah, with this gun, you're using just that gun, and it's going to keep.
Go watch his video. Go watch his video just put out earlier, showing how much glue can just come out. I mean, there was a cardboard box this big, and he filled up the whole back
covered it.
Sucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
And then so that's like the basic gun, and then the other gun he showed too. You can hook an airline up to, and it puts pressure in there. So then you just pull the trigger one time while you're just dumping it out. But they're going to be pretty expensive. But for those that do a lot of tension, retention work and stuff, big smash jobs, it's going to be worth it. I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll make people money. It won't be.
Oh
yeah. Van Fontaine comes out with some killer stuff, man. He's got some cool stuff.
Between him and Barry, they're freaking awesome, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
People got to understand, like, some of the stuff is a little costly, but it's going to make you money and time saved and stuff like that. That's like
what
a Black Widow.
Call Carbon Tech. I'm like, they're like, oh man, $1,300 for a hood stand, and I'm like, dude, it rolls up into a bag in a minute, and you can roll it around, and the thing's gonna make you money, man. Same with the Hell Rod. Like, you're gonna be so much faster using it, you're gonna make money. So
that's I even look at the light stand that way, where it's so quickly adjustable now. Like if I'm doing a hail estimate or something, I'm just getting around that car that much quicker. That's saving time, which equals money. So I mean, people just got to look at it big picture wise.
Buy once, cry once.
Yep.
That's it.
Snap on.
Let it go.
Snap on right there.
Yep.
But no, the light stand. That's the first time I've seen it in person. Was at the show. I walked over there looking at it, and of course, I'm one of those, like, I saw one of y'all demonstrating it to somebody, and I've already seen Andy and all them demonstrating, so I knew, like, squeeze the handle, go up and down. Here's this other one, turn it, and all that. And 2 guys walked up, you and Todd, and somebody else was helping somebody. And these 2 guys were over there, like, just about to break it. They couldn't get it. And I walked over and like, here's the handle, slides up and down. They're like, oh my God, and clip the other one, turn it. And then I walked by you. I was like, hey, I just sold that one. You're good luck.
Commission checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Right.
Checks always in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I think I sold a couple of them too. I was like, look, I got one. Like, I was a tester. I still went and bought another one. Like, that's how great they are. Like, even though I got one already, I bought another one without thinking about it.
Yeah, we sent Ray one to test, and I think he bought 2 more. So he's excited to use them too.
Well, I'm gonna buy them. I just ain't right this second.
I got to do some customization for Ray's. We sent him a Never Loose, a warranty Never Loose back in the day, and Todd was like, "Hey, dude, you should see if you can engrave Slayer into the Never Loose, because he's a big Slayer fan. I mean, me too, but I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I did it, and then on his order sheet, he wrote underneath quotes Slayer. So I'm sure he wants some more.
Yeah. Hey, can I get this on mine?
Yeah, right. That's a little much. Maybe send me the file.
Y'all got enough to worry about.
And then Jesse can paint all the little red in there, like
that's what I should have done for Ray's. And then so our new Never Loose, the red ones, the limited red ones, they're anodized, so if I engrave it, it'll take the red off, and then I could paint fill it with black if I really wanted to.
Right. You got enough to worry about. Like y'all got a bunch of light stands to get out and everything.
A bunch. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome though. I'm glad y'all did great with that.
You still trying to push dents right now too?
Yeah, I just fixed a Sequoia on Monday, and I fixed my buddy's Lexus he bought a Lexus off a lady, and I must have pushed 40 little door dings out of that thing yesterday. So yeah.
So Chris, Jesse works with Todd at Carbon Tech. So he's a lot of the stuff you see coming out of Carbon Tech, Jesse's had his hands on and does a lot for that.
I have probably built 90% maybe not 90, maybe 70% of every hood stand out there.
Yeah.
I've built a lot of hood stands.
Dwayne Dean's asking how many square rods you think y'all end up selling.
The 60-inch rods?
Yeah, the Endeavors, or used to be Endeavor, whatever.
I think we got rid of all 10 at the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got the 60-inch and the 72, 78-inch or whatever. I love those. Are my go-to hell rods.
Yeah, a lot of people like them because they don't turn and stuff and have different angles on them.
When I was at Andy's pushing hell, I used them just to say I loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, Chad came up with some awesome stuff.
Yes,
man, he built a machine for us. We just started using it today. It drills through the top. Chad, a mad scientist when it comes to just figuring stuff out. I mean, this dude's unbelievable. So we've got this machine, man. I'll have to upload a video of it or something. We've got this machine where we put the rod into and we clamp it down and everything. It's got laser like to line it up and everything. And you hit a couple buttons, it drills down the hole. It drills it does the dremeling and everything all at once. Like we don't even have to touch it. All you got to do is take it out of the machine and load another one up in the machine. It's the guy's insane. Like his brain is just.
We were talking about that with Todd. Like I've talked to Chad several times, like Matt Moore's meetups and here and there. Like Chad's brain's up here talking, and I'm down here trying to gather. I'm like, bro, like,
oh yeah, my brain can't fathom the stuff that's going on in Chad's.
I don't know what you're talking about right now, bud, but yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, I told him this morning. I was like, dude, when it's time, man, you're gonna have to donate your brain to science or something. They're gonna need to hear something. What's going on with you?
Just keep it going, Like.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that Chad's unbelievable, man. He makes some killer stuff.
That's what when I heard they was kind of linking up with you guys or whatever, I was like, that's a match. That's a perfect match. Like,
yeah, just
very innovative.
Two mad scientists just tinkering until they figure something out. It's fun. I get to see it all day. Like Todd will come up to me and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Or tell me his design and show me, and I'm just like, you guys are on another planet. It's awesome. I'm fortunate to be able to see it, see all the light stands. And I had to shut up for a year about the light stand, like someone called me, man, I totally forget me. I forget who it was. I'm sure I got the text message, but he hit me up and was like, hey, I'm looking to buy a new light stand. And this was probably in October, maybe. And I'm like, just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait. And then
can't say no, but just wait.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you can't tell me. And I'm like, dude, no. But just wait. And then when he finally saw it, like when Todd put the little teasers out, he's like, I'm so glad I waited. Like I'm getting one,
That's what I messaged Todd as soon as I seen the teasers. I was like, I want it. He's like, you don't even know how it works. I was like, I don't care. I'm a tool for it. I want it.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter.
Just like a preemptive, like just keep my credit card on file and whatever you come out with, just charge me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people also don't know, like with Carbon Tech, if you have any issues, your customer service is obviously great, but you're the one usually handling a bunch of that too. Like,
yeah,
I've reached out to you a few times.
Sabrina mostly. So Sabrina's doing all the shipping and managing of the everything going out, all the orders coming in. So yeah, she's miles ahead of my customer service. So when they see mine and then they see hers, they're like, man, they got rid of that other guy. He's compared to her,
Well, it must be pretty awesome because you've always been on it. So
yeah, we try because I mean, this is your guys' livelihood. Like if one of our tools breaks, like by chance or whatever, and it's keeping a guy out of work, that sucks. We want to keep you guys working and make sure our products are keeping you guys making money.
Absolutely. Todd kind of said the same sentiment when he was on. So your guys' brains are right aligned the same way.
Yeah,
keep us working.
we try to have the best customer service in the industry. I mean, every day we're trying, just to make people happy, and it's some you can't make happy. Some people you just can't make happy. But most of them, I'd say 99% is pretty happy.
That's usually the ones that don't reach out to you. They reach straight to social media to
complain
about it instead of
this and this and this, and it's like a simple phone call or an email would have solved all this.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, like I got to give a shout out to James Lee. I bought the new X Factor light at Andy's tech meetup in November. And when I got it back, there were a couple of things, like one of the wires had come loose during riding in Chris Howell's van. I mean, we know that drives like crazy.
Well, Chris Howell, how's he driving that thing? You know,
I know.
Is he jumping railroad tracks and stuff?
So, James is like, I reached out to James. He's like, hey, we made these where they're repairable in the field now. So I took it out.
Nice.
One of the wires had just backed out. So I got it all. It worked. Well, I've noticed that it's dimmer than my Pro PDR light. And like at its brightest is like half of what Pro PDR is. And so I talked to him Thursday down at MT. I was like, hey, I said, but look, let me get back. I'll take a video so you can see it. He's like, maybe the lens, they have a thinner lens and stuff that they could send me. But so I reached out Monday, sent him the video, and I said, just let me know what you think. He's like, what address you want me? He said he sent me another light and the thinner lens so I could plug both the lights to see if something was actually wrong with this one, or maybe it's the lens. Either way, and I'll send the other one back. So instead of, it's probably just the lens, let me send you this. And no, it showed up at the door, this morning, first thing, or yesterday, I can't remember. But just customer service like that, and y'all's, it's just, that's what you need. But you need technicians that are going to reach out to y'all as a company when they have an issue.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, you have another light. Should I put you down for another light stand?
I'm going to be getting 2 light stands here. I just want a hailstorm first.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
we've been slow, and I'm not getting into that. We've just been slow, and I don't care how much money I got in the bank. If I ain't making money like as much, I don't spend that money.
Yeah, we've obviously had a hailstorm because I'm over like light stand.
Yeah. Light stands never
give it all.
Yeah, exactly.
But
how that works.
Yeah, once I'm back to normal work, whether it's hail or not, I'll be ordering it. So 2
awesome.
So what'd you think of MTE this year? I know you kind of was stuck to a booth most of the time, but
it was fun, man. It's always a blast seeing everyone. You guys, Ray. We did some golfing. So me and who was it the first day? It was me, Ray, Derek, and Kobe. All played in a foursome, and then Troy Williams, Todd, Mike Beshin, and Ryan Brewer were in another group. And then Craig Hudson, Luke Tingle, Aaron Webb, and Tim Corden was in another group. So we got 12 of us out there, and it was a blast, man. It's just so nice being out there in the middle of nowhere in southern Florida, and just it's probably about an hour 15 south of Orlando. So maybe central Florida, but just so nice being out there. And then the next day we played another course just outside of Orlando, pretty much the same group, except Chris Howell and Cade played from Anson. So that was super fun. Chris Howell's a blast. Cade's a blast. Yeah. We had a good old time. Just me, him, and Chris, and we had a good old time. And
you'll laugh your ass off around Chris at all time. Like Chris will have you laughing the whole time.
That dude's a laugh factory, man. And then Thursday we set up, and it's pretty cool because we had a bunch of people helping us, so we were able to set up in like 2 hours. And so we're like, let's go play some more golf. So we went and played the Waldorf right there in Orlando with pretty much all the same guys except for Cade and Chris. Obviously, they were setting up for their show, but yeah. And then Friday comes around, and I wanted to set up my GoPro because I wanted to do a time lapse of all the people coming to the booth, and we were setting up. And then before I know it, Lee's, on the microphone, it's time, very loudly. It's time. And I'm like, I did. Yeah. I think he had a megaphone into his thing, but whatever it is, those speakers just distort. It's hard to understand what they're saying because the speakers are just.
It's because he's screaming into it as well.
Yeah, it's like it's a microphone for a reason, Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can talk like this, and everyone's gonna hear you yelling. But
I was over there with you whenever they.
I saw someone kept turning the speaker like away from their booth because I'm like, yeah, it's a little loud. But so I didn't get a chance to set up for the GoPro, so that kind of sucks. But I was able to just try and deal with the zoo of the herd coming at us. So it was nice, yeah. And then I didn't sleep too well in Florida, but
did you get a break to eat any like lunch or anything?
No, not the
that's
first
how
day.
I was. Like Friday, I didn't. I think. Well, I'd say take that back. Dent Craft had gotten Chick-fil-A, and so Kevin Bird's walking in right there with 2 sandwiches. I'm like, oh, it's one of those for me.
Let me have one. Yeah.
But he ended up giving me one. He's like, they were both his, but he gave me one.
I'll buy one of those off you.
I know. Like,
yeah, right.
Give me something.
Right. Yeah. So I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, but Christina from Anson was like, hey, we got a spread in the van if you want one. And I'm like, man, I'm so busy. But afterwards we ate, we went to, I think Friday nights when we went to that STK steakhouse in Disney Springs, I think.
Oh, okay.
So that was that
one pretty good? Good.
Oh yeah, I had some delicious. They had this apple pie dessert with this caramel on it, and I got a couple scoops of ice cream. It was good. And then Saturday, I know we got out an hour early. It's an hour early, so Saturday we were pretty busy too, and we had a little bit more freedom Saturday because there was a little less people. But Tim's wife, Kirsten, actually picked me up a Jamba Juice, so I was able to have a Jamba Juice. Oh, and me and Todd each had a Nutri-Grain bar, a berry Nutri-Grain bar. So we did eat, I guess.
That's something little, huh?
Yeah. Chris Morrell said he would have gotten you some food for discounted tools.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to eat it just after it got cold. So.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yep.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, this is kind of the big show for the year. Like, you want to be that busy. And
super busy, and it helped the day go by pretty quick. And then I think Friday we stayed probably till like 5:30. A couple people wanted to order some things, so we did some last minute ordering on Friday for them, and then just went. And so that's why we missed that block party. Because, I know it looked awesome. I saw the pictures and video. It looked like a blast, but we were so burnt. And then
imagine.
You guys are already in the time zone of Florida or whatever else, or maybe just an hour off. But me, I was like, man, I've been up since 2 a.m. my time, like it sucks, but it was fine. I mean, we got through it, and and we got to eat at Waffle House a bunch. That was delicious. I always love me some Waffle House.
Yep.
That's like my favorite when I go to. I love Waffle House. I mean,
y'all don't have Waffle House out there?
No, we barely got a couple Cracker Barrels a few years back.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So those are pretty good. The first Cracker Barrel I went to was in Dalton, Georgia, and I said every time I see a Cracker Barrel, I'm going to go because those crispy edge pancakes are so good. I love those things.
Are you a foodie?
No, Todd would. If you ask Todd, he thinks my diet is just pure sugar, but maybe. But I mean, I probably have the diet of a 6-year-old. But give me some waffles and a Capri Sun. I'm good.
A Lunchable.
That's like Jean's coming by tomorrow. Jean Vidich, and so they left Orlando today, and he was asking me yesterday. He's like, "Where do you recommend to stay?" And I'm like, "Mobile, anywhere, not along the interstates." And so I sent him like a couple that are like closer to me, or to the shop. And he's like, "What about this place?" And they've revamped a lot of them, like one of the big exits, and it looked good. I mean, it's La Quinta Inn, but it looked good. He's like, "But this one's right next to a Raising Cane's chicken." They're like, "Okay, book it then."
Just let you know, Jesse, there's a Cracker Barrel about 5 minutes down the road. So November, when the toy drive comes, you can come and get you some Cracker Barrel and hang out for a toy drive. Win-win.
Yeah, all I needed to hear was Cracker Barrel. I mean,
we've got like 4 of them here, so there's a bunch.
That's awesome. Yeah, we man, it's just good. It's just good. Food is good.
Chunk cover smothered in sausage gravy on my hash browns. Yeah, you got. Yeah, he was asking. Chris asked how many count of people attended. I would say it was close to that 6,000 mark this year.
Yeah, I think it was like plus or minus 6.
That's the biggest one yet, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
Now it didn't seem like it was as busy as last year at times, but a lot of the vendors were talking about they were like Friday. Some of them had already doubled, what they had done the last year, and
it seemed like Friday was the day. Like everybody was hammered all day. I think Saturday seemed like it kind of died down a little bit.
Yeah,
I had a few people, probably I'd say in between 10 or 15 people, just tell me I'm looking today and buying tomorrow. So those people came back. They got some stands if they wanted some stands, or I mean, we had everything, and if we didn't, we were just able to get it shipped. And I want to say everything that isn't a light stand has gone out.
Nice.
Sabrina was just, I mean, she loves like just putting her head down, and I was like, you need some help? She's like, no, I want to do this. Like, this is, just getting everything shipped and everything. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm that way. Like I was telling a lot of people, I'm like, look, there's so many people that come to MTE. That's the only time they buy tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they won't order anything. That's the only time they buy tools. Me, I'll get a couple small things. I put my hands on stuff, and then I'll order. I do
both.
Yeah, I know.
I buy it in person and then come home and buy everything I forgot to buy in person.
Yeah, I want to get. I'm need to. They were out of your bed liner, your bed cap tool. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go on Kiko and order one of these when you let me know they're back in stock, please.
Yeah, they're I would say probably 2 weeks.
Couple weeks.
They'll be back, but yeah, there's a bunch coming. Put it that way.
Yeah, I talked to Cade. I talked to Christina over there at Anson.
Mm-hmm.
They said that was a really good show for them. And then Holly at Dent Craft and Richard at Dent Craft. They were. And then I know there's some other people I talked to. Rick Hummert, Excalibur, said it was a good show. Mm-hmm. He's always got some killer tools.
Oh yeah,
I've got a bunch of his tools. I mean, those things are fantastic.
I did buy the little banner they had a Popeye that said "I fix shit."
Yeah,
hung it up.
Yeah, he gave me some stickers last year.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
She was like, "Oh, is it his wife or they married?"
Yeah, I believe so.
Sure.
I think I can't remember if they are or not. But anyway, she was like, "Hey, you remember the stickers I gave you last year?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I got a banner with that now." I'm like, I'm following you over there. I'm gonna get one.
Right? She's awesome. I always love seeing her. Rick, both are great.
You guys didn't do the tag team at the Den Olympics, did you?
No. Second year we haven't done it. We're just letting Jeff and Tad have it. Which hell had I known?
I still have one of those balls. I think the Bert and Ernie balls you guys did. It's floating around my room somewhere.
No, I'm a judge now, so I can't compete anymore. So it's which is fine.
Most times I wish we would. And I think about it's like an hour to get ready, an hour to do the crap, an hour to get unready. It's like, man, that's 3 hours of your day gone when you're just trying to hang out.
You guys had all that face paint on, and
you should have seen the shower, dude.
The Bert and Ernie year was the best, and we should have won. I'm still pissed about that.
That's why we don't do it anymore.
But
salty.
You guys got hosed, and you're like, nope, never again.
Tad and Jeff
next time.
Yeah, Tad and Jeff are 4 years running, which nobody else dressed up this year besides them.
Yeah, so. But they did get challenged.
What they dressed as, like Don Johnson or something? I thought I saw
that's a weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah, so they had the dummy, the dead guy. Bernie.
That's funny. Yeah,
they meant to carry the dummy around at the bar after hours, but they forgot the
really?
dummy in the bar. They forgot Bernie in the hotel room.
So Jeff was it Jeff or Tad? I think Jeff that had to pack the dummy in a suitcase and fly them, and then do the same thing back.
So that was a funny story about that. Like Jeff rode in the Uber with us to the airport and with the big body bag and stuff. And I was telling the driver because the driver packed in his car, and I was telling him like, yeah, he's got a. They did weekend at Bernie's or whatever. He's like, damn, I was about to ask him, what, you got a body in this bag? And he really does. I'm like, no shit. We got
hose. Thanks, Ray. Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, Ray's got your back.
Bro, got hose for sure.
The real one, though. Yeah. It's great seeing Ray, too. Ray's always the happiest, smilingest dude at MTE, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
You guys watching the Super Bowl this weekend?
I'm going to have to. We're going to my friend's house. I don't care. Neither. I hope they both lose.
I'm going for the EGLSES team, whatever that is.
The old man couldn't spell Eagles. It's like, what is wrong with you?
The video, that one angle, she's like EGL, and the police chief standing and cut them eyes at her. Like, you
he's like, ma'am.
Yeah, we're going. My friend's wife is a Swiftie, so I cannot wait to go over there and watch the Super Bowl with a Swiftie. They got they got a 1-year-old son. Me and him's buddy, so I'll just be playing with him the whole time. I won't even pay attention to crap.
I'm an Eagles fan, so I hope all the Swifties are crying at the end of the game.
Right. Yeah. What made you an Eagles fan all the way out in California?
Well, I was a young kid, and I was watching the Fog Bowl. Do you remember that game when Randall Cunningham threw for like 400 yards in the fog? And just been a fan ever since.
Nice. I mean, I can't say that. I'm a Ravens fan. I live in Tennessee, so I mean, I'm always curious.
I'm done. Back in the '90s, I was all the pro sports ever since. I hadn't, but no, I'd rather the Eagles win.
Yeah, me too.
Because,
but I mean, you got to play the Chiefs and the Refs. So good.
And the Refs,
I know.
You got to.
I know.
God, it's so blatant anymore. It's like, all right, it's obvious.
I hope Troy's not watching. He's a huge Chiefs fan.
Chris is too. Chris White and the
nice.
game. Yeah. I don't care. Screw the Chiefs. I hate them.
They were making the Eagles hats, but the ELGSES, they were making that, and I was like, that's too funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Though.
It'll be a good game, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah, we're past 40 minutes, and we hadn't even talked about we
learned a little bit about he likes to golf, obviously.
But... Yeah, we know that, but your life outside of the PDR world,
Yeah, I like to I play some golf here every weekend. I like to go to concerts. I mean, I love to go watch live music. I mean, there's nothing better than live music.
What kind of music?
Man, it just there you go, Chris. Just
the everyday part.
Man, I'll listen to anything really, like from metal to some bluegrass, like I love me some Billy Strings. I've seen that dude a bunch. Yep, some Coheed. My buddy's on here, Coheed Cambria. We call him the Hammer. We call him the Hammer because he looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine from back in the WWF days. Remember?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So some Coheed. I mean, they're one of my favorites. And then you get to some metal like Slayer, like Ray, and I love me some Iron Maiden. Just all kinds of Swedish techno. Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah, no, I love it all. Like me and my buddy are we're talking about it today. Black Sabbath's doing a final show for like a charity for like a children's cancer awareness or something like that in Birmingham, United Kingdom. So we're like, dude, we're gonna go. Like it's like Black Sabbath, Metallica, Slayer, like all these cool bands, and we're like, man. Yeah. We got to go. My buddy Josh is on here too. Me and him are going to go see Dream Theater a couple times in a couple weeks. Here, nice. We're going to see him a couple times. So that'll be fun too.
That would be awesome. Last night, the Sanger Theater downtown. I used to help do security and all that, but Alice Cooper was there.
Oh, no way.
I saw some of the video, and he was freaking rocking it.
Yeah, and, that's awesome.
Yeah. That would have been a good one.
That's great. So I like to do that and travel, if I can travel. I love baseball. That was probably my first sport I loved was
I love baseball.
And I'm a Mariner fan, so it's weird, being a Mariner fan up north and then an Eagles fan back east. But my cousin played for the Mariners, so he played second base for him for a long time. So
really,
when he was playing minor league ball out here where I live, the Mariners single A team was out here, so I got to go watch him, and I got to go watch Ken Griffey Jr. play every night.
Oh, that's awesome.
As a kid, like a 8, 9, 10-year-old kid, man, I just couldn't get enough, and just fell in love with the Mariners.
We don't care about the Astros. So
beating their trash cans.
Yeah, right.
Sign Steelers.
Yeah, my buddy Josh. I play ball too, so like we'll go and play some softball. And I play infield, second base usually, and you get some shots hit at you. It's fun, We just played last night. He's my buddy Josh that's commenting. He his daughter is in labor today, so
oh wow,
he wasn't there last night because I think they started last night. Can you block Hudson somehow?
I've tried. It don't work.
No,
Somebody
I'm just
finds the way
kidding.
back.
But yeah. So he wasn't there. But yeah, we play every Tuesday night, and used to play like tournaments, travel. We'd go to Houston or Dallas or somewhere for like or Vegas. Go to Vegas a lot to play some softball. So it's fun. Yeah.
You said you travel down here pretty often too, like East Tennessee part.
Yeah. So I've been to like Chattanooga is awesome. Ottawa might go out there, and then we went up to Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is a great little it's like a carnival city. It seems like it's like but it's awesome. Like there's like miniature golf everywhere and places to eat and like little gift shops and stuff, but it's cool. And then we went to Pigeon Forge over to Knoxville and then back down to Chattanooga. It was a cool trip. We got to see the Smoky, did the long route, so got to see the Smoky Mountains and stuff. And yeah, it was a blast.
So I like Chattanooga better.
Get some moonshine.
Yeah, yes. I like Chattanooga better than I do Gatlinburg now because it's less touristy down kind of in Chattanooga. And it's beautiful scenery.
You go to the Choo Choo. That little hotel is cool, and they'll have shows out there and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
See, like I'm not like if I go to Gatlinburg and that
Pancake
going down
country.
Definitely.
Very first pancake house in Tennessee.
But like going downtown, I mean that's fine for like once, but like I'm one of those. I'll go to Cades Cove.
I get a chalet
out in the damn woods, or drive over to Cherokee and see the elk.
Go to the casino.
Right down from. But
we get a chalet when we go and like go to Publix and load up on groceries and just stay in the cabin in the mountains and like just disconnect for a minute.
Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere, there's nothing better, man. Just relaxing and just kind of resetting,
Yeah, we went at least once a year to reset.
I'll say 2017 we went with some friends and there was 9 of us total. We got all the way to Chattanooga at lunchtime. We stopped to eat lunch, and the people we were renting the cabin from, they were redoing the back deck on it, and they were like, "It's not going to be ready." Like, well, I mean, we're not turning around and canceling this. They're like, "Well, we can upgrade you." We're like, "Okay, to what?" They put us in a 3-story, sleeps 35 people or whatever, had its own theater in there. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I can't remember.
You were in the hotel from The Shining or what?
Pretty much. But this was just a cabin on top, like the very top of this little lookout mountain too. I mean, it was beautiful.
I bet
that's
awesome.
Bet
you look like
sounds
redneck.
Awesome.
I bet you look like a redneck with a Rolex, didn't you?
Pretty much. I loved it. I wake up every morning, cook breakfast, listen to the Alabama. I was good, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But
just traveling and golfing, and I think I'm playing golf with Todd on Saturday, so that'll be fun.
You a scratch golfer?
Yeah. I think my handicap is like plus 1.5 or something like that.
Oh God, I can't play with you then. Like,
I'll play with anyone. Come on.
We couldn't play with. We wouldn't even be able to play with Chris. How?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, you'd be out. You guys would be just fine.
He played college, didn't he?
Or high 80s, low 90s.
Do you hit houses and stuff?
No.
If there's a house there, most likely.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm on a golf with you then, because that's my favorite. Dude, when someone hits one and it just sends off, I'm like, all right, listen, hold on.
Think. Especially when they have a metal roof.
So
when they have a metal roof and you can really hear it when it lands.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah. Oh, he's on.
He over sneaking around. Uh-oh. Had he do massages?
Can you block Derek too?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, we ain't even going to get into the massage one.
Oh, God.
Hammer said he plays with you.
I told that story already, dude. Sorry.
Yeah. He told it to me at or both.
I didn't hear it.
Both. You didn't hear it? Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
We won't do it on here, but there's pictures too that go along with it.
You ain't like Justin Tucker
of
Deshaun Watson, are
you? Yeah, mine for sure.
So how old are you, Jesse?
43.
Okay.
You're my age, and I thought you was younger for 3.
I think I look younger.
You do.
I turned
It's
44 in
California.
March. Yeah, it's a California sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, 43.
43.
I'll be 44 pretty soon. It's crazy. I've been graduated from high school for like 26 years.
Yep.
When you think,
same.
I know,
it's like,
crazy.
So 25 for me. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, time just flies. I graduated in 99, so I guess in June it'll be 26 years.
Well, I was 98, so.
Yeah, it's bad
Okay.
now. You'd be like, remember that movie that came out, a couple of years ago? It's like, that was 2005. That's been
Yeah, right?
It's like, oh my
Like
God, what?
I've been looking at I've been listening to the same music for 35 years pretty much. So
Same.
when I tell people like, "Oh yeah, this song's great." And I'm like, "Oh, it came out in 2002?" Oh, okay. It's still good.
That's the same thing with movies. Like you're looking like Happy Gilmore and all that. Like, the Happy Gilmore 2's coming out soon.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
shit, how long ago was that? I'm like,
I know. I don't even want to think about
like 98, like
yeah, I
somewhere
was still
around
in high
there.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Chris said he got underwear older than us. I bet you do.
He's probably wearing them right now.
It probably.
Probably.
They're a little more holy than ours too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Those are the
That's
special
hilarious.
underwear. His good luck.
Right.
His good luck underwear. He played what he wore when he was playing football in high school.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
What his sweaty pads and his. I haven't washed my socks all season.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy more at the shop, fixing dents or working on the carbon tech stuff?
Well, the dents is nice because it's not you get the satisfaction from seeing a customer, being like shocked, like their car's back how it should be, so that gratification is always nice. And then it's cool because the dents are it's always something different, none of them are the same, and some of them are a real big challenge, like that Rivian I did. That was fun, but it was a lot of work, I think it took me like 3 or 4 days, but
yeah,
one day I didn't touch it. I pulled a door off a Tahoe, but so that, like, seeing the gratification of people just being like super happy that their car's back. But then the tool side is cool because if I'm building some hood stands or some rods or something, I can just throw some headphones in and just work, and it's cool just, building stuff. And then, especially if someone's like iffy or on the fence of buying a hood stand or whatnot, and then you tell them about it, and then I've gotten a lot of emails back where thank you for the stand,
it's the gratification.
So thank you for this, stand. It's awesome. So seeing the customers happy about the product that we put out, is another really, really nice feeling,
It gives you
especially
gratification too, right?
Yeah. So it's real nice when they're pumped and and you can help them out, especially if they're on the fence about something, and then you can make them, help them make some money.
We need to block Chris too.
Isn't Chris driving? Shouldn't he be driving right now? Keep your eyes on the road, Chris.
Yeah, it's no longer hunting season, so you gotta be driving.
And then working for Todd, I mean, Todd's unbelievable. Like, I've never had a boss like Todd. Like, I've told him before, and I don't know if he's watching or he'll watch it. Maybe he will, but I mean, he's just like, I know he's nice to a lot of people, right? And a lot of people really like him and stuff, especially in the industry. And working for him, it's just, you don't realize how awesome of a dude he is until you've worked for him. And don't get me wrong, like, I've screwed up stuff and to where he should be like, what the hell's wrong with you or whatever, and just doesn't. He understands that accidents happen. Everyone's done it. I've pulled paint. I've blown a window out of a truck before, like pushing against the window and just loud explosion or whatever. And he's just like, yeah, well, it happens. Just don't make a habit of it, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, we'll pay for it. And I've offered, like, dude, it's my fault. Let me pay for it. And he's like, no, dude, it's just part of the business. And just working for Todd is just man, like, it's hard to say. It's just awesome, man. He's just what you see is what you get. So what people see of him, you know, like how he's a solid dude. I mean, that's what it is. It's every day, you know. It's nice. And you know, he's not paying me to say this, you know. So he's not.
Why you keep
He's on the other
paying
side
me?
of the camera. He's on the other side of the camera.
Big obnoxious, please.
He's definitely not paying me to say this. You know, just
That's awesome.
no, I'm just kidding. No, Todd's awesome, dude. He's a great dude, man. I mean, just he knows what it takes. Because I mean, dude, he's been doing what is this, like his 25th year or something like that, doing hail and everything. So I mean, he's seen it all, and every day, like if I have struggling with the den or something, even when I was first training and stuff, struggling or something, like learning like just the tricks he knows and the different ways to get access or leverage and stuff. And it's just like, I learn all the time from him still, you know, and it's just so cool because you can never learn, I think, too much. And you can never, I mean, there's no wrong way to fix a dent, right? I mean, just getting the access, you know, but it's awesome, man. It's great.
I think it's cool. Like I got Ray here, and like he'll get more mad at himself for a little boo-boo or whatever than I will. It's like, dude, I've done it. Like it's happened. So chill out.
I'll hear Todd go, God dang it. Like if he's working on something, I'm like, what happened? He goes, I pushed a high spot, you know, and just, you know, so he still cares about, you know, putting out some quality work, you know.
You like pushing hail better or the
I haven't gone and done a hailstorm. Just here, you know. I'm usually here when Todd's gone, so I'm usually manning the shop, especially before Sabrina was here and doing all the shipping and everything. You know, there was times when I would be here, you know, and I had to build 20 hood stands for Anson or some hood stands and stuff, and I'm, you know, a dent comes in, so I have to stay a little late and whatever. But it's all good, you know, it's fine, and it's just when he's out on the road, I'm pretty much just manning the shop, doing all the dents by myself. Still mostly by myself. Just sometimes he'll jump in if we have a hail car. We've had a couple, or if there's multiple dents, big dents on a car we're doing, he'll jump on one and we'll get it knocked out.
He's going to Italy, isn't he, for that show?
I don't know. I was trying to talk him into going because I want to go, but I don't know for sure.
I think it sounded kind of like he was, but we're talking the Wednesday.
I mean, I was trying to talk him into it. You know, I was like, Todd, you know, if Vicky doesn't want to go, I'll go. And he's like, well, you need a passport and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. You know, I'll go. But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do it.
Okay. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Germany. I'd like to go.
That would be fun.
Race to come down to Chi-Town. You fix some hail.
How are we going to fix hell when we'll be golfing all day?
Well, you tag team, fix the car half the day, play golf the other half.
There you go.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great, man. I mean, the cool thing about Southern California is, I mean, it's really the only reason people stay is the weather. I mean, we can play golf, play ball year round pretty much, you know, and other places it's just,
I don't know why else other people would stay.
Yeah, maybe they like paying higher taxes or something. I don't know.
I love paying taxes.
Yeah. They're great. Yeah. Let me pay $5 for a gallon of gas.
We were talking at the meet and greet, like you could see the smoke and stuff from the fires over there, right? When all that went down.
Yeah, I had a couple friends that unfortunately they lost their home in the fires, and it's horrible, man. It's just terrible. So, you know, they got some GoFundMes and stuff, and just donate to those and try and hope they can get back on their feet, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bob Cox said he'll cook when you come.
Perfect. Yeah, we played. Bob was out there last year. Played some golf with us. It was a great time. He came with Ray and Ray's buddy Max. It was great.
Bob's a good dude.
Yeah, Chris, come out to Southern California. You'll see how awesome the weather is.
Max Van Nostren or
yeah.
Yeah, I think we still got to get Max on the show. We've been saying it since Matt Moore's meetup 2-3 years ago. We still haven't got him on.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. I bet he's got stories for
days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have we had Ray on yet? Or we haven't.
We ain't had Ray on yet.
I mean, we got all kinds of people. Like,
all right, let's write it.
We should just get that whole crew on together. Bob, Ray, and Max. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be a fun one for sure.
It'd be a long show.
Yeah, we'll just let them roll it. We'll just sit back and just let them have fun.
I know, right? Just hear them talking. You'll hear some funny stuff, man.
Yeah.
No, we did need to get him on. For sure.
You got to get see if you can get Bryce Rockhill on too, man. That dude's hilarious.
Yeah. I've not ever had the opportunity to talk to Bryce. We might have been back, talking in comments.
Oh man, that dude's funny, man. He's got some cool stories, man.
I'm sure you get to meet a lot of techs, working through Carbon Tech and stuff.
Yeah, I've got to talk. The cool thing about MTE is I've gotten to meet a lot of people I've talked to a bunch on the phone, because I'll call them and, hey, where do you need this shipped to, or where do you, whatever, and talk to them on the phone. And then when you meet them in person, it's cool because you can put a face to the name and the voice, and all these guys are pretty awesome, and just getting to meet them. And then that's the cool thing about MTE is you see someone and you're like, oh, I've shipped you stuff, or I've talked to you on the phone a bunch of times, So it's
I bet none of them have said they had a massage next to you, so that's all right. We'll talk about that after the show, Andy. So you can
I need to hear this
on that.
Call me, Andy. I'll tell you the whole story.
No, that's what's cool about
Derek.
the podcast.
Is that Derek again? He won't just let it go, will he?
No.
Brandon.
Is he texting you? Is he texting you guys?
No, I was going to say about the podcast. There's a lot of people that watch the podcast and comment, getting to meet them at MTE in person is real cool too.
It's great.
The name to face thing goes a long way, so it's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you get to
crack and pepper.
Don't ask, Andy. Don't ask.
Man, we're going to get Hammer on.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That'd be the Jesse roast.
Yeah, you're gonna get him on, but I need where's the button where beep beep, yeah, it's great, man. Just meeting those guys and just putting names to faces is awesome. And then you build a relationship with those guys and like you guys and like Nicholas Prang I met at this show.
Oh yeah.
Dan Noltner, bunch of other guys, just Brad. Well, we saw Brad from Dent Mate last year too. He's a cool guy, they're all pretty cool. And then getting to see Cade and Chris and Vince, again. Oh, yeah. So that's fun, man. It's a good time.
It always, even if you just see them once a year in person, it feels like it just continues on from the year before, man. It's like, it's like a huge family, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I come home I wish we had a couple more days, to hang out. Like that's when it goes by in a blur because it's so.
Well, that's why
so
you guys got to come out. So we flew out on Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we golfed. Thursday, we set up and then golfed. So we make a little trip of it. And it's cool because, we set up those groups with Mike Beshin and Troy Williams and Ryan Brewer, all those guys. And it's just so much fun because you get to see them. And not only do you just get to talk to them for a little bit, like if you were at the show, but, we're golfing. So, we get the car ride down there. You get the round of golf, and you get to talk to them during that. And then when we eat lunch after and then go eat dinner, you get to and then we had a house, Airbnb house. We had a crazy game room in the garage. Like it was all set up Star Wars, and there were air hockey, foosball. Don't ever play Tim Corden in foosball, by the way. I think he's a professional. I know he has his own pro model foosball table. I'm 100% sure. But,
carries his own foosball around.
Yeah, like a little leather pouch on his belt, I think.
Yeah.
And then he and then it had like video games and all kinds of cool stuff set up. And then the house, I want to say it was me, Tim and his wife, and then it was Corey Kleinfeld. Another super cool dude. Ryan and Rusty, Brewer, and then I think Rusty brought his girlfriend. Yeah, Rusty brought his girlfriend, and then me, Todd, and Nate McDowell came and was in the house with us.
Love him.
Super cool dude. He's up in Idaho. They're probably freezing right now. And then
I talked to him yesterday on the phone. Like I'm gonna make it a point this year to actually call people and talk to them a little bit that I don't talk to very often. So I reached out to him yesterday.
I'll tell you the story. But and then I won't send you the pictures. And then
no, and then, I don't think I want them.
No, and then there I know there's someone I'm forgetting. I'm the worst, but But
Me
yeah, I
too.
think there was 10 of us. I think there was 10 of
Awesome.
us in the house, and it was a blast. It was
How far
fun,
away from the hotel was it?
maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
Ain't
Yeah,
bad at all.
it was nice.
I
There's
like
some kids
staying.
walking across the street, pulling out of the driveway. Todd almost plowed into them. Didn't see him.
Hell yeah.
So that was fun,
Yeah.
I think
When
I
you
just
got a
like
big,
staying.
yeah, I was gonna say when you got a big group,
we had that big expedition because we got to keep our tools in it, all our
Yeah.
stuff in it that we're taking to the show. So had a lot of weight in that thing. So those kids didn't stand a chance. They're safe, they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine.
I love it.
Hold your sign back up, Todd.
Yep.
Just make it.
Yeah, right. Oh, don't hit me. No. Yeah, no, it was a blast.
Sweet.
Awesome, man. Well, but go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm excited. Next year's back at Rose and Shingle. I think next 2 years is Rose and Shingle. I
Yeah,
like
Shingle
Gaylord,
Creek.
but I like Rose and Shingle. I think the pool bar.
Did you say
like
you're
that.
a Gaylord?
No, that's Stefan. He's a Gaylord Palms.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
Gaylord? I'm sorry. My headphones must have been going out.
I bet.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe
Yeah,
clean
dude.
the
If you
mirrors
guys want, man, if you guys want in on the golf, let me know, and we'll set it up, and we'll get you guys out there.
May come down a day early next year.
Yeah.
Make some Ginger Bros. Make some Ginger Bros polo shirts with your logo on it. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I always thought it seemed like people get down there on Wednesdays and stuff, so I never even planned to come down there that much earlier. So might have to. I mean, I was already
fishing
chomping at the
trip
bit
too on Wednesday.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that fishing trip.
I'm not a fisherman.
I'm not touching fish. They're gross.
Yes,
nope. I ain't eating them. I ain't touching them. They're slimy. Nope.
I'll eat
nope.
it.
You can, Brandon. I ain't.
I don't mind fishing and eating fish and touching fish, and I'm not fishing in the tournament there. I'll go.
Yeah, because you're in Alabama, right? You Alabama boys are built different,
Yep.
You're out there noodling for catfish and stuff.
Nope, I won't do that, but there are several that will. I'm not sticking my damn hand in a hole I can't see.
Chris,
right?
I'm going to answer Chris's question before we get off too. He's asking tools that you got or seen. That bull kit from Sergio, I've already used it several times on the bedside today. The reversible slide hammer that you hold and let go and it slides itself. It's fixed a few dents for me like a breeze. And the pylon PDR glue or whatever, and the little rubber things. Less stuff left on the panel, so I was able to wipe it off.
That's
super
that cold
easy.
glue, right? In the little silicone holder. Yeah, that's
I used the gold on that yesterday, and then
do it right.
The AR-12, it worked good. It's less I love my AR-9.
yeah, that's great. That's a great slide hammer.
But with the weight, you don't have to pull as much. Basically, it's just weighted, so just less of a pull. But I got a paddle. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was selling them at Willie Quick's booth. They're aluminum that have leather on one side, and they were green, and I got green, of course. But very comfortable and work great. But
how'd you get an AR-12, man? I only got an AR-10.
I mean 10, whatever. Mine was 2 inches bigger than a big boy.
Boy, you wish. You had to get that to compensate for the real life. Sean Ponder was selling. I didn't give him Sean, man.
Sean, that's it.
I seen him, but I didn't grab one. It's a mad dash to MT. I miss so much stuff. Like I said, I'll come home and buy stuff online afterwards.
It's like Black Friday. If you're trying to get something, you got to know what you got to make a list, and whatever you want, you got to just go and get.
Yeah, that's it.
And that bed cap removal tool is freaking awesome. So
and that Black Widow's pretty badass.
That was great.
So I took the bed caps off the Dent Olympic trucks with my tool. The red truck was like a 18, 19. Went right through it. Nothing broke. The silver one's like a 20 or above. So that plastic's real stiff, real brittle. It reminds me of 07 to 14 GM dashboards. Same exact clip, but they're very hard plastic. So with that, you have to be careful with your upward pressure, pulling that up while you're doing that. That's what makes it snap. So I use like a little air wedge or something just to put just enough pressure flashlight. You can get in there because
kind of wiggle it.
Yeah, when you're pulling up and you clip that back side, well, when it comes up like that, then that just it kind of breaks. Well, I broke 2 tabs towards the center on one side, put it in the bed of the truck, and Paul LaPutra's like, well, at least you didn't break the one on the end right here. And he just touches it and the sucker fell
and it explodes.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let me go before I screw something else up. Well, I put all them back on after cleanup. I thought I'd asked whoever was cleaning up the trucks, like, y'all done with that? They're like, yeah. So I put the caps back on. Well, apparently they had to clean up a couple more on that silver one. And then Kyle just rips that whole thing off. I mean, it was missing tabs everywhere. I'm like, what the hell? But
nothing double-sided tape can't fix, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they probably glued it all down.
Hot glue.
or another bed cap.
Another bed cap, yeah. But no, it does work on them. You just have to be careful on them late model Rams. Everything else, it'll go right through.
Yeah.
But it's that plastic. The plastic's very hard and brittle. But
the tools I liked that I saw, I mean, I'm going to be biased and say the light stand obviously was my favorite one.
Me too.
But that thing, I mean, if you guys knew the amount of R&D and just tinkering that went into that thing. I mean, I think it's been like over a year of just development. That thing is just unbelievable. Like I get to see it every day. So that thing is awesome. But if I'm looking at tools that weren't mine or weren't ours, I mean, Carbon Tech's, I'm probably gonna go with I love everything that Camauto puts out. Their stuff always looks so clean and just so slick, like, man, that guy's stuff is Charles. His stuff is great, man. I love Camauto stuff. I bought a slide hammer, and then I got one of those paddles with with that long knockdown on it. That thing's awesome. PDR Finesse has some cool stuff, but I mean that kid who made the Dent Vision, that
Nick,
the stock blocker, he's got that hammer too that looks pretty sweet. And he's got a paddle, and I guess Ray was telling me he was throwing the paddle on the ground like as hard as he could. And nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't breaking or nothing. So that stuff, that stuff's super cool.
Yep.
Anything Van den Fontaine's putting out is next level too. Like, that guy's a mad scientist too. Imagine if those three got together and made something. It'd be
scary.
I love my retention system.
But yeah, dude, my favorite thing I got was the slide hammer from Camauto, because it has that. How many times you pull in a glue tab and the tab goes flying across the shop or underneath the car, and this thing has that little slide that just holds it in there. And
did you get the whole kit? That new slide hammer?
I just got the slide hammer.
Okay. Well, so Jonathan, JVF, did you see his new tabs?
I didn't. I didn't have a chance to.
Well, I didn't either. I just saw it, everybody posting and him posting about it, but they actually have, like, the actual glue tab itself, the head locks in to your slide hammer.
Oh, no way.
When you pull, it doesn't go out. So it's like a quick release, but it's the tab itself.
I see. That's a great idea. Yeah, that's how this slide hammer is. It's just a quick release.
And I've got that from Camauto. I've had it for a while, but with a tab just being that way and click.
Yeah, then you can just use any slide hammer, and his mini lifter is great too.
Yeah, especially on the crease.
Yeah.
I love Ray's the lift right. I like Ray's because you can get into a lot of different tabs, and even the bigger. How sometimes the glue tabs have a bigger, like, foot that you're pulling from, and they don't fit in all your slide hammers. So Ray's works great. But when I use Charles over at Camauto, I'll use it mostly when I want to pull like a crease tab or something, and I put those feet super close together, so it's only pulling right there. Man, that thing's awesome.
Yeah, I tell you, you talking about Camauto. He has now he's got the smaller copper wires that's bendable for your power PDR box and stuff too. I had to get some of those. Yeah, so they should.
get between the braces and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, that's great. I mean, these tool makers are just coming out with just making our job easier and easier, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we will be using plungers and stuff that you see on YouTube, you know.
I
wish it was that easy.
The new shock blocker, the version 2 where it's magnets.
Yeah, I have that one.
Rings. Well, I picked it up and I'm waiting until it's in green. He's going to have them anodized in green. I'm a black and green in my.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
so is Kobe. Kobe's like, and so are we.
Yeah. So
I'm like, the green one.
I'll order it once it comes out. But I've got the green paddle. I've got the other green shock blockers and stuff like that. I love them. Absolutely love them.
See, I'm not a huge paddle guy. I'm more of a Craftsman hammer guy. That's how I learn. You know, Craftsman hammer and a knockdown.
Yeah,
but
me too.
yeah, I mean, those paddles. I mean, they're just getting cooler and cooler looking. You know, and
I've always like Dick Vision's paddle because you can screw in tips on the end of it, on the sides of it, make it like a hammer, but you can still use it as a paddle too.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are just. Oh, and then I really like Matt Boyette's Black Hive system. That thing.
Yeah.
I went over there and was talking to him about it and was looking at it, and it's almost like Legos. You can just build, you know, different little setups, and the thought that guy puts in his tools is next level too, man. He's got some killer stuff.
When he first called me one day and he had the first prototypes, they were 3D printed and that, and we're talking about it, and you know, and you thinking it's like just a regular modular system. He's like, but you got to think like he can. There's so many attachments and stuff that you can build this out to, and then able to see it now, like the attachments and them, you know, showcasing what can be done. I mean, the vice grips being able to attach to it. There's so much that can be built off the system.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. I mean, you get that little system, and you can put one in a door, you can put one in a hatch. You know, it's awesome. That's kind of like I was showing a bunch of people our kit. Have you seen our hanger kit that is a hatch hanger, but it can turn into a window hanger? Mm-hmm. Like when I was showing people that, like they're like, we just want the small window hanger, and I'm like, well, check this out. You know, this opens up, and then you pull off just the one end and the other end, and you put it together. Now you've got a window hanger or two window hangers. You know, so it's. I mean, if you had an extra end, but you know, you have a window hanger inside of that hatch hanger, and it just makes everyone's just faster. You know, and it's a great idea. You know,
so I got the old school window hanger and the hatch hanger, so I was like, I already got both of them. But yeah, what you're saying, like at least now you can buy it all in one. Yeah, but yeah, I love both. Yeah, the hatch hanger's awesome. You can get it all the way across the hatch.
If the hamster starts running around in my brain again, you know, on the wheel, maybe I can think of a cool tool. But I've tried, and I'm just like, I got nothing. And then I see a tool like Stuckey's handguard or Hudson's inspection wedge, and I'm like, it's just how does no one ever think of that? You know what I mean? And then you know, and then you know, and they made it, and they're awesome.
Or the bed cap tool, like that thing, like Brandon's. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
that too. I haven't used it,
saving a bed cap,
but I will here when I order one. I haven't used it, but I'm sure that thing's gonna be awesome because I hate putting a wedge in there and then just trying to rock the bed cap and then you just hear.
You still got to have a light. You still got to be able to see the tabs on it, and you know, some sort of light. Like if you're in a well lit area, it's fine. But like in there in the Dental Olympic arena, I mean, it was hard for me to even see. But like the red ram, I already kind of know where those are. You know, the others pretty much in the same spot. They just have little. So the clip is that little V-looking clip, but on the late model Rams, it has a solid plastic piece on one end.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to, but the good thing about the tool, it's multi-directional and that's built for that reason.
Yeah. And so then if you really need to push one of those ends in, you can just use the edge of the tool and push it in, pop it up.
The end of the tool. And
it's like a Swiss Army knife for bed caps.
So I did find with the late model Rams that a lot of times when you're pulling up, it's really the back part of that clip. So the back.
Yeah, you got to pull it in, or else
the other
hear it rattling around on the floor.
Yeah, but the other, like the front side, like going towards the outer side, those edges of the clips already kind of start coming out. You catch the back ones, and it makes it a little bit faster. But either way.
Shout out to Daniel Krause, too. Daniel Krause is pretty new to the industry. He came from body shop side of this, and he's made a flat bar that I bought. It looks like a sword. It looks like He-Man's sword. I was like, I have the power. But I had a Jeep cow today. The top of the Jeep cow had some hell dents on it, and I was able to put a tip on the back of it with, for leverage.
Yep.
And I was able to get the cow dents.
That looks sweet too. I just didn't get a chance to go over and hold it and look at it, but yeah,
very
it looks
stout, very stout.
I think that's what I like. Man, I got some tools where I'm pushing, and it's like, why do I have to push twice as hard on these tools? They're just bending like crazy. They're like stainless steel or something.
What's awesome is talking with John. Call him back.
Call him up.
I don't even know how to.
Whatever.
Call him back. Anyway,
over at A1.
Yeah, talking with John the other day, he was like, talking about Daniel bringing him the prototypes that Daniel builds. Daniel built, and he is phenomenal at making his own stuff. But he's like, the quality of the prototype that he brought me was like showroom finished. I mean, it was all mirrored out. I mean, and that's just how Daniel is. He's super nice, great technician for a new technician, like less than a year or right at about a year in, and doing some great work. But his mind is like that. Like, he comes up with all kinds of stuff, and I'm glad he got hooked up with A1. And they were able to get some of these out, but right before MTE. So
I'll try to do a video on that thing tomorrow. I know Ray needs the link for it, so I'll try to make that happen.
Yep. Well, guys, I'm gonna go home because it's we're an hour and 21 minutes in, so that's awesome. I could talk all night, but
especially we're still coming off that MTE high. Like, we can sit here and talk about tool. Like, it's so easy to do right now.
But y'all make sure everybody go out. Carbon Tech, you got to get the Black Widow stand. Y'all sold quite a bit. You're building them right now, getting them out. Of course, your hood stands and everything else. Everything Carbon Tech is phenomenal. Now, one thing I do want to see is I saw Dent stuff over there, and their flag was attached to one of their hell rods, and it kept automatically going up and down. How cool would it be to have a hell rod that you hit a button and
just
it
hit a button
out
like a lightsaber, and it just comes out and you fix it in and put it back like a switchblade or something?
They did it to do a flag holder out of one of theirs. So
I didn't see that. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, the flag just kept.
I just don't know how it would. I just don't know how it would work if you put pressure on it. If you're pushing against some leverage, if it would start to bind. Those telescoping rods, I feel like they bind up.
Yeah.
Or you did like the square aluminum one, and you had the little bit smaller diameter come out.
Yeah,
maybe me and you will talk about that, Brandon. Maybe
please do it. I'll buy the shit out of it.
Well, we already have your credit card info.
I'm like, how badass instead of having to unscrew the end, telescope it out, screw it back up. And you just hit a button and go out 6 inches that you need, or 12 inches, or whatever. Come back.
Racing.
Look at that.
Yeah, y'all go check out that flat bar.
We'll talk about that. But anyway, but appreciate you coming on, brother.
Man, it's been awesome.
Yeah, super fun. Yeah,
we tried a couple of times in the past, and it didn't work out, but I'm glad it did this time.
Yeah, man. I had a blast. I'm glad. I got to talk to you guys and see you guys at the show. It was a fun time, man.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I can't wait.
I hope it wasn't boring for everyone.
No,
I hope it wasn't a boring show.
Good audience. If it had been boring, we wouldn't have no people. We're over, and we still got people watching. So you did great.
I mean, we had Chris Howe watching, and Chris hadn't watched since he was on the show. So
I think I gave him $20 and said, "No,
$20 is $20." So
right.
Stephen Dyke was watching. I think that actually subtracted viewers from when he tuned in, so that didn't help anything.
No, we appreciate everybody that was watching tonight, commenting.
Thank you all.
We love y'all, and there's definitely several we're gonna reach out to. So Ray, Bob, a couple of y'all that
Derek.
we had. I don't know why we hadn't even asked y'all to come
Hammer.
on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good one, I guess.
Exactly.
So
Mark, hopefully I'm gonna reach out to Mark Reed, Sundial, maybe next week. Try to get him on next week. But yeah, we got a long list of people, especially after MTE. We always get a whole crew of people we got to get on the show. So
but we hope a fun time.
Yeah, hope everybody gets over their little MTE flu bug and get back to living life.
Thankfully, I didn't get it.
Me neither. I didn't kiss nobody.
I don't have it. I don't have it. It's just my throat that's trying to finally get back to normal. It was strained too much from talking.
Screaming over the speakers.
Screaming over everybody.
Screaming over Lee, yeah.
And just yelling out the music on the 80s party. That was freaking awesome.
What was your favorite song they did?
Beastie Boys.
Probably Beastie Boys was. They were phenomenal, dude. They were phenomenal.
Kevin Bird. Are they going to do the 90s music?
I don't know.
We're trying.
We got to see too if Rosenshingle is going to allow us to have a band. I'm pretty sure they would.
Why wouldn't they?
I know, but I kind of hope that this group would do 90s too, because they were phenomenal, man.
Yeah, if not, we might have to find like a NSYNC cover band or something.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of all the bands.
We got grunge. I mean, you got Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers. You got all that music, So
Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
And then you got to get the Sugar Ray and the Backstreet Boys and the what's the other one, man? There's another one that was just Crazy Town. I think that guy passed away, but all the music,
and all that
like when I was graduating high school, that I don't really care to listen to.
But it's fun when it's free beer.
It's a blast.
Yeah, dress up like a bunch of Backstreet Boys and go out there and do that for the 90s party. Dress like the Backstreet Boys.
My costume's gonna be Justin Timberlake from NSYNC. I'm gonna get a thing of ramen noodles and tape them to my head.
Get a Canadian tuxedo and just go out there and.
Oh yeah, it's old.
Yeah, Rosenshingle loves freaking cash.
98 degrees,
so their bartenders and everything are gonna absolutely love us being back. But anyway, I'm gonna put you back in the back room. We'll end this. We'll say goodbyes once we end it all.
Yeah, don't be like Todd, just roll out on us.
Yeah, appreciate watching.
He's right.
Thanks.
You can't see him, but
he's right there.
I need the sign again. No,
but no. Yeah, everybody. We'll let you know if we get Mark Reed on next week. That's who we're trying with the sundial tools. But anyway, let me find the outro. Peace out. See you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.